Good afternoon, everyone. May we stand, please, for prayer. O most righteous and heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the night. We want to thank you for guiding us through the night and allowing us to live to see this day, our sports day. Mighty God, we want to thank you for the sunshine. Mighty God, we bring the children over you. Pray your protective hands would be upon them, mighty God. That you would raise them up as eagles, mighty God. They would run and that would be weary, mighty God. They will walk and they will not faint. Mighty God, we pray that they won't fall down and break their hands or anything, mighty God. We pray that your hands will protect them. Guide them in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Would you please remain standing for the national anthem of St. Kitts and
We're about to witness the V&J'S Preschool annual sports meet. We have two houses represented, red and green. And the patrons are there, Mr. and Mrs. Vincent Chapman, and they are the patrons for today. Of course, they have children or a child at this school, and so somebody's already waving a green flag, so the intensity has started. That's one grandmother who is proud of her grandchild and grandchildren, I should say. And so the action should be starting pretty soon. We're going to have the march pass, and then we'll be having the wonderful on-the-track events. So the march pass will be on its way momentarily. That's Mr. and Mrs. Chapman, Vincent and Sharima Chapman. Well, I hope they don't keep the children in the sun too long because it's blazing hot here at the Eaty Village Park. And they should be starting that march pass any moment now. Headmistress Powell having a word with the patrons. And we have a late entry for the parade. Hope number 4 won't be late in the races. Well, it looks as if they're going to have a bit of an inspection before the actual march pass. So right away the patrons having a close look at the children. Maybe a word of encouragement here. Hopefully not to their child alone, but to all the other children. And hopefully we'll have a real competitive meet. I could tell you one thing about these children. The parents are normally more anxious than the children themselves. Children are happy, yes, children hold hands, children just come in and enjoy themselves. But guess what? Parents are tense and they shout and they scream and they get stressed out.
check officials to get the children lined up and ready.
Well, it seems as if they're going to get going.
It's the 2023 V&J'S
So,
Preschool
just about to get going.
Park. And this year we have the privilege to have joint patrons. I'm seeing Mr. and Mrs. Vincent and Sharima Chapman pass
so here they go.
The V&J'S Preschool.
I guess if the police are looking for recruits,
Sharina,
especially marching recruits, this is the way to start. So here goes. That's a big strides.
So as we see the start of the march pass, we see Greenhouse leading the way, followed by Red House in the respective orders.
Well, just look at those walks. I mean, he's a champion. Has to be a champion athlete. Look at those walks, I tell you. Champion athlete.
The patrons are, and then you're going to face the patrons. Where the patrons do the So we see Greenhouse leading the way, looking so lovely. Now followed closely behind is Red.
Well, one Red House athlete deciding to lead the entire parade. Gone to the front and maybe leading them to overboard. Well, he's a parade by himself. And they give a royal wave to the patrons as they go to prepare for the on-the-track action. They are more than ready to go.
So as we see the athletes make the way.
Well, we're about to have the first race of the day, and I'm not seeing any finish line, but I hope they'll get that sorted out. So we're about to have the start of the first race, 30 meters. And they're off and running. Well, my goodness, there's a greenhouse athlete cheering away from the others. My goodness, she knows what she's about. And then we have a close one, red, green, and here's a red coming home. So, big run that time. And the crowd is building up nicely here. Crowd is building up nicely. It's the V&J'S Preschool Sports Meet, and certainly creating some excitement already. Well, it's going to be the 3-year-old boys over a distance of 30 meters. And my good buddy, Kadim, is in this one. Kadim is, but he refused to take part in the march past, but seems as if he's going to run. A very anxious mommy is right here at the finish line. So they're very anxiously awaiting the arrival of their little ones. The parents are here already with their own videographing effects, and so should be having the start of this one. It should be another exciting one, I could tell you. So
the athletes are ready on the track.
So they should be getting out of the blocks. I'm not seeing a starter. Maybe one of the teachers is going to start. One of them is gone. One of them is gone. Well, he's just warming up. He's just warming up. You see them do it on the TV, so he's taking a little run down the track just to get the warm up. And he seems like one of those own way kind of people, you know. So and now Kadim is starting, because Kadim says, well, if you can go, I can go too.
It looks like the athletes are ready.
I mean, they don't have a starter, so they're a little anxious. And here's another one. My goodness, he's gone. My goodness. Hey, these guys are warm. They're really warming up here. So it's going to be...
When they start to run, I run come up on this side. Run come from...
So, 4 athletes in this one. It's the boys over a distance of 30 meters. And they should be getting out of the block shortly. They've been really waiting for this moment, anxious to go. Headmistress probably is going to start them. Now, this time they can run. Let's see who's going to take this one. Kadim making some waves, but somebody's leading now. This one, this Red House athlete and green, where are they going? They're going to Montserrat. They're going to Montserrat, while Kadim and the other partner, they have gone to Nevis. Well, well, well. Well, they should be able to determine the winners.
Our next race is our boys.
Big athletes, number 4.
We have
And Kadim, of course, wondering what's all the noise about. I have my car, and I'm good to go. They're showing each other their car.
So for the second race,
2 good buddies.
Green taking gold, we're taking silver. Green taking...
Well, 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 green, leading and looking back. Green, tears home, then green, then red. 3 athletes in this one. And Granny says he came second, so her grandson came second.
Our next set of athletes are the 5-year-old girls. We have Ariel Chapman, Imani Archibald, Kishella Chapman.
So the crowd building up nicely here at the E2 Willett Park, and quite a number of folks. Lawrence Isaac is here along with Mrs. Isaac, so obviously there's a grandchild involved somewhere.
They're supposed to be doing this as sponsored by
So we're
Kareem
seeing
Motors.
3 athletes in this
All
one.
the flat races are sponsored by
Looks as
Kareem
if
Motors.
they're getting them out of the blocks very quickly, and so that's very good. course, there are other things happening later this evening. And the biggest one would be tribute to El Camino Willett at a gala dinner 50 years after the fact, to the day when he made it to the West Indies cricket team as the first man from Nevis and the Leeward Islands to break down the barriers, break down the doors, and let people like Sir Viv and Sir Andy and all the others in. Derek Parry, Keith Atherton, Stuart Williams, well, with Kiego. They were running wide apart, but who is going to win this one? Green and green, looking at each other. I think green, then red. So they were running really wide apart, as if they're doing social distancing. And they did it crossways and they did it lengthways. So these flat races sponsored by Karim Walters. And so the action will continue now. I think these would be the bigger boys of the school. Here's where the big boys play. They're really kind of spaced far apart here. And I guess still cognizant that COVID is still somewhere around. They're really anxious to go. 4 athletes, they're off and running. This could be interesting, folks. This could be interesting. Green is gone. Green is gone. Green is gone. Well, then red and green. And Mommy's happy. He's happy too. So another exciting race completed.
Yes, race for the afternoon.
So definitely the crowd looking pretty neat now. Nice looking crowd building up. And the endurance races are sponsored by Mark Willett. Very good photographer.
I thought you said you had a surprise for me. Well, I do have a surprise for you, Bert. And here it comes now. Benani, that's just a big city bus. That's right, Bert. We're going to ride on that bus. Jump on, Bert. Here we go. All wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. All wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The engine on the bus goes vroom, 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 vroom. The engine on the bus goes vroom, 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 all through the town. That's pretty good. Hey, look, some kids. Swish, swish, swish. All wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish.
Just want to say a special welcome to the Combo Preschool. Yes, they're here in attendance to support the V&J'S Preschool.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town.
So there we had the completion of all the flat races sponsored by Kawi.
Well, it's going to be endurance race number 1. And it's the Fleol girls. And I think it's only 2 objects to be taken up, I think. Get into the bucket and then get to the finish line. So they would have practiced this over time. They should know what they're about, but getting some final instructions here. And should be getting out of the blocks shortly. Headmistress Powell giving final instructions. And now they're off.
The athletes are off.
It's all about taking up
So
one
we have a green leading
of
out, followed
those,
by another green, and then there's
and
a red.
one of them, well, got to the wrong station really, so she knows what her position will be, because we have some who are leading and one of them should be taking up the bucket now. So we already have a winner. Greenhouse tears away home
So we see green
as
taking gold.
as the winner.
Green
And here
taking silver.
is second placer.
Red, he's gonna
And then red takes
take
third.
the bronze.
So that's Mark Willett's
He's waiting
daughter
for the other red.
taking second.
So
And
it's
then
green,
we
green,
have
red,
the
and
Red House
red.
athletes falling over. All
The
Jack and Jill
second
went
ball.
up the hill to fetch a pail of water and Jill came tumbling down. So Jill is okay though.
It's event number 2.
And that's the end of that
on
particular race.
the card.
Well, these little ones really take this thing really serious. It looks as if this track star has changed his outfit I'm certain he had on a different outfit for his first race, so maybe by the third race he'll have a different outfit. But these guys taking this thing really serious here.
The school bar is open, the school kitchen is also open.
Should be getting out of the block shortly.
It's the V&J'S annual sports festival at the ETW Park. And we're on the joint.
Looks as if he's going to run with his toy, or he's refusing to reveal. Oh, he has put his toy in the bucket. So we're going to see some real action on the track now. I think he's ready, he's comfortable, his toy is secure. And so he's going to have a quick rundown.
The man got his suit, man, ready?
So
We're just about
to get going.
second endurance race.
Really serious about these outfits here, these youngsters. I'm surprised he doesn't have on track shoes, because these guys take this thing serious, man. Serious. One of them was facing the mountain, so they had to get him to face in the correct direction. They're off and running. Where's Kadim? Kadim is taking a little back seat there. But let's see. Kadim takes up one, takes his time. He wants to take up two. Kadim takes some time to get going again. So green and green at the top. Kadim going to a bucket. I don't know if it's the correct bucket. Yes. So Kadim has to come back now. Or he wants to go in the bucket. Kadim, not yet Kadim. So down here now is more action. Green should be taking up a bucket now. So a little cross paths there. Well, so Kadim now will go and fill up his bucket. Somebody's coming with the bucket. Greenhouse is coming with his bucket. The other greenhouse should be taking up his bucket. So here it is. So now Kadim cannot. Why isn't Kadim taking up his bucket? Nobody is telling Kadim to take up his bucket. Real confusion there. So I don't know what went wrong. But somebody has Kadim's bucket, so Kadim has to get another bucket. Real confusion here. And of course, mommy not too happy about what just happened. So I think they'll have to run over that race, because apparently the buckets got all crossed up. I saw Kadim putting stuff in another bucket. And so a little bit of mixed communication, mix up. And so the children are being sorted out now. Well, we're going to have another 3 athletes to do the endurance race here. And as per usual, very anxious to get going. Looking at the headmistress. Going to get started now. They're off. Well, false start. These guys even have false starts. So, double gun on that occasion. Track side, we're back on track. So, green picks up first, then green, then red. And now the greens chasing after each other. One in the bucket. And then they're heading back now for the second obstacle. Or here goes, well, the second, well, one of them went down. And then they come now. This is a tight one. This is a tight one. This is a tight one. But it looks as if the green above won that race, and then red comes in. All of them happy. That's a good thing. Very, very happy indeed. So we have 3 athletes in this one. And of course, Granny is here. Daddy's here. And the other parents are here as well, having a close-up look at these 3 athletes. It's another endurance race. We see a 4th bucket up there, but there's no athletes. So I guess they're just sticking with the 3. They're off and running. They have green, red, green. So green is a little slow there. They may be going to the wrong bucket. No. So trying to speed up now. Might be very interesting now. They're closer to each other. So green now trying to stay up. So this is bucket time, I believe. It's bucket. No, it's not bucket time. They're doing 3 instead of 2. So one more object. And turning now. What's going to happen here now? It should be bucket time. It should be a very interesting finish. Let's see 2 of them out of the blocks. Green a little slow in getting up. It's maybe green. because
So
red didn't quite make it to the line.
officially we have red, green, green.
So with a nice cool breeze now at the park, the Charlestown Preschool, nearby Charlestown Preschool, some of their students coming to have a close-up look at this event.
Buckle my shoe.
3, 4, knock on the door.
3, 4, knock on the door.
5, 6, pick up sticks.
5, 6, pick up 6.
And of course we also have the Combermere Preschool here already. They were here pretty early.
So we're about to see the start of our 5-year-old girls endurance
So just
race.
about to get on the way. 5-year-old girls. I guess these are the big girls at the school. And they should be heading down here at a rather rapid pace. Let's see how it works out. Just going to get the instructions, final instructions. So let's see how this one works. On your marks. Now they're off.
And the athletes are
So
off
let's
on
see
the
who is
track.
going to
And we
take
say
up first.
green,
Looks like
red,
green.
it's
Well,
green,
about
it's
3 of
red.
them took up almost simultaneously. And then we have
Let's go,
green
athletes, come on, let's go.
turning,
Let's go,
green
Melanie.
also. Then we have
Come on,
red.
it's green,
Green
red.
takes up, then
We
green,
have a
then
green,
red.
we have a red, and the
I think
athletes
they have to do
are
this
on the
3
track.
times. So there's one more time. There's a
Imani, let's go.
crying athlete here on the track. And
So
then we have green
green,
again out of the
yellow,
blocks. I
red.
think this is bucket time.
Come on,
This
girls,
could be
let's go,
interesting. Run with the bucket is the instruction. Run
And
says
then we have green,
um,
green,
cheerleader
red,
number 1.
followed by
And
another
so
red.
we have a winner. And then red. And then we're going to have one little one to cry wee 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 all the way home.
That's the end of our 5-year-old girls. Next we have our 5-year-old boys.
Getting some
Demarion
assistance
Morton,
in
Julian
completing
Bryan,
that particular
Perfect
race.
Bramble, Tijano Glassford. 5-year-old endurance race.
So very nice touch that by Miss Gishard.
Jamarian Morton, Julian Bryan, Kervin Bramble, and Tijano Glassford.
So it's going to be turn of the big boys now. So they'll also have 3 objects. I think they're blocks, and they'll take up 3 blocks and place them in the bucket and then race home. So action should be starting any moment now. Final instructions being given. They're out of the
And the
blocks.
athletes are off down the track.
And who takes
And
up
we have
first?
red and
Well,
green.
looks like red.
Headed on the track.
And then we
red.
have green, then red. Then
And we
red
have a
turns
red, we have a
first.
green, we have another
Green is
red.
getting close. Well, 2 of them getting closer. Red is out of the blocks quickly, but green has overtaken him. Now it's all about one more time.
Come on,
Green
let's
took
go.
a little while
Red
to
at
place
the
the block in
front.
the bucket. So now green is a little behind the 8 ball because red is leading now by a little bit of a margin. It's bucket time now. Who can take up the... Well, red knows what he's about.
We have a
Red knows what he's about.
green,
He did
followed
that
by
very
another
quickly
green.
indeed. And
And
mommy
then
is
we have a
elated.
red.
Mommy and sister very elated. And then we have the final athlete coming through. It's going to be dress-up race time.
And the athletes are off.
I don't think there are any t-shirts involved here. It's all about putting on a hat. So they're, well, gone.
Green, followed by another
Greenhouse
green.
knows what she's about. That's the second
Closely
race I'm seeing her
followed
win.
by a red.
And losing her hat, maybe it's too big and needs a little
So we have green, green, red.
something
For
to
first
tie it
set
on.
of dress-up races,
So
sponsored
this
by
dress-up race,
Durban
no
Swanson.
t-shirt.
Next
It's
we
all
have
about
the 3-year-old
hats.
boys.
Now it will be the turn of the boys, and they have some caps now that they'll be putting on. Looks like we have about 2 or 3 athletes in this one. So it should be very interesting as they come down. And we look at the star athlete here in his
We have 4
outfit.
athletes in this race. We are about to start.
Well, I'm not seeing one of the
Boys
athletes, so
dress-up
obviously
race.
there are 4 athletes in this one. So one of them is gone. He's gone, totally gone. And then, oh, Karim is back in this one. So there was a little mix-up in Karim's last race, and there was some disappointment expressed, and good to see that he's back. So here they come out of the blocks. Who is going to put on? Karim has to put on that hat. One of them has gone past his hat. Karim is going to put on his hat back to front. He's been asked to run. There's a greenhouse athlete gone. Karim is going to. Karim is coming. There's a greenhouse athlete has won, but Karim is coming second. And then we have greenhouse athlete. This back to front thing. They need to teach them to put on their hats like this guy. But that back to front thing, you know. But well, hats on, hats on. One of the athletes is so enthused about his new hat that he was going towards the Bath Hotel. They finally caught up with him, and so they're getting him to come back. He don't want to relinquish that hat at all. I think he's the first placer, and they caught up with him when he was almost over by Reliable Motors. Next thing he would have done was jump the wall, but they caught up with him. Hopefully they get that cap back. So we understand that these dress-up races are sponsored by Job and Swanson. They're out of the blocks. And this time it's all about shirts. Well, one is already no problems with sleeve there because it's one of those, oh, well, he's wondering if he should run. And then, oh, he has to put on a hat too. So these are, oh my goodness, he's all dressed up now. We have a winner. And he kinned cat when he got to the rope. So we have now the other two athletes still struggling to find those sleeves, even though it's some white sleeves. Well, here's one. He's going to put on his cap now. Is it back to front? No, they know how to put on the caps properly when they want to. And he goes past. Hope he doesn't go to Bath Hotel. He might be going to Bath Hotel again. So then we have the third place back to front with his cap. And goes past the rope and third place. Definitely not Old McDonald in this race. It's the 4-year-old boys off and running, another dress-up race. And so we have a little slow movement with these shirts. The shirts seem to be the biggest obstacle in this race. The hats are okay, but getting into those sleeves, the first race, saw it done easily. Well, we have a, my goodness, he forgot to put on his hat. Was turning back, so somebody has gotten close. This could be interesting, but he still crosses the line first. And then we have the third placer gonna get on his hat just about now. Has some difficulty getting on that hat. Matter of fact, he isn't getting to the rope because you see them hat fighting. It's a hat fight here now, all about it. They find innovative ways to have fun. And we have another supportive school. Well, that's part of the Combermere School. We have Naomi Douglas's preschool contingent. They had their little road run this morning, cross country if you will. And they had a very exciting time over there.
This race is sponsored by
another race here. So we have some 4 athletes in this one. These are the girls. Surprisingly, they're using caps instead of their broad hats. Now looking back to see who is caught. My goodness, she did it quickly. She did it quickly. That was well done. And then we have the third placer coming home.
I'm waiting for third.
And
have another
Certainly
red,
parents very happy.
followed by
And
a
then we
green.
have one last athlete. She's not going to finish.
See the start of the 5-year-old
Just
boy.
about to have the 5-year-old boys Jessup race. And four athletes in this one. These are the big boys. They should do it a lot more quickly than the younger ones. Let's see how this works out. That sleeve seems to be the bother. Getting it over out of that area. My God, he has to sit down to put on your hat. You don't sit down to put on your hat. That hat flew off. And then we have red. Even though he sat down to put on his hat. I don't know who told him he was doing socks and shoes. He actually sat down to put on his hat. Then he remembered it's not socks and shoes. And then he got home quickly. Well, so little intermission entertainment.
Check 1, 2. This is the 2023 V&J'S annual sports fest here at the joint patrons, Mr. and Mrs. Vincent and Sharina Chapman, past athlete and students of the V&J'S Preschool.
Well, it's going to be after an extended break. It's going to be the 3-year-old girls socks and shoes race. Well, it looks more like a shoes race because the socks are on already. So for these tiny ones, they'll leave on their socks and just put on the shoes and then race to the finish line. So 4 athletes in this one. 2 of greenhouse, 2 of red house. And you know it's going to be a quick one as they get ready to go. They're off. Okay, out of the blocks finally. So let's see who's going to get on. I don't think they have to tie shoestrings either. Just what I thought. Just push in your foot and go. So let's see who gets in their shoe first. Gets on their shoe first. Sit down and put it on. Pull it on. You should have practiced this at home for quite some time. Parents can't touch them. One is gone. One is gone. She's been winning all afternoon. Oh, she says, I'm going to wait for the others. I'm going to wait for the others. She hasn't gone to the... is that the finish line? I guess that's the finish line. I guess that's the finish line. I thought the rope was the finish line. And having a little bit of a problem with those shoes. So we have some difficulty here getting those shoes on, getting some assistance now. Red House is going to get out the block, so I don't think she feels comfortable in those shoes as yet. I don't think the shoe is on properly, that's the problem. And so it's a big issue, these shoes. Maybe a size too small. That might well be the problem. Size too small. Green is waiting for red. Red is gone now. Green is gone. A little bit of a jump in that, and she's gone. And then we have red. A little bit of a waddle. Celebrating too.
We have Jackson Stapleton, J. Prince Powell, Kadeem and...
Well, it looks as if Kadeem is in this one again. He doesn't have a chaperone. He's ready to go. My goodness. Greenhouse gone. Greenhouse gone.
They're always ready, every race.
Well, good thing Kadeem didn't move. Kadeem just stood there. So, looks like Kadeem is the only one without a chaperone.
So we have our 3-year-old
Chaperones at the finish line. Now, getting encouragement. It's all about getting the shoes on, but they can't, the parents can't help them. Can't touch them, can't help them, shouldn't help them, shouldn't help them. And so one of them cleaning off his shoes before he puts it on, that's a green athlete. And well, these boys gonna have some problems.
This way we have 2
have some problems here. Well, green is gone. No, this is the one who went last time to the Bath Hotel. He's laughing. He's so happy. Shakes his head. Let's see if he's going to stop. I don't think he's going to stop. Bath Hotel, here I come. Bath Hotel, here I come. Told you so. And then we have the other athletes coming around. Well, somehow they managed to stop him this time. So, and follow the leader. It's all about following the leader. And here comes Kadeem. Here's Kadeem. He's laughing too. He's happy. Nice little smooth strides. As he comes home, his shoes on, here bobbing, and he reaches across the rope. He knows he's home. He knows where to stop. Where it's going to be another socks and shoes race. The athletes are
okay, so 3 years plus
just
boys
about
are
ready to go. Starter gets them going.
And they're off. And
3
they're
athletes
heading
in
down
this
the
one,
track.
red,
Full
green,
speed.
and green. It's all about getting
You
their
have a
shoes
red
on.
and 2 green
They look as if
athletes in
they
this
know what
race.
they're about though. These are older students, older athletes, and struggling somewhat still.
Let's go put on your shoes
And
quickly, guys. Let's go,
should
you
be
can do
able
it.
to turn and get back to the finish line. Green looking busy here. And now we have a winner.
And the green is
Clear
gone
cut
from the
winner.
track.
Well, he's out of the blocks and he's gone.
Race between red and green,
So
and the green
completing
is
the
gone.
race. So it's all greens. Greens now to put on their shoes better than the reds. And here he comes. No Bath Hotel. No Bath Hotel. No Bath Hotel.
Let's go,
Somebody
guys, you
please
can
stop
do it.
him. Somebody please stop him. I think he's
Let's go
going
cheer
over to
on
Reliable
cheer
Motors.
on the athletes' parents, their children. They're doing a wonderful job. Cheer
Well, he
them on.
realizes that nobody is chasing him, but he tumbles over. And the Red House athlete struggling somewhat here. Should soon get his shoe on. In just a moment, he's out of the blocks now. And that's the nice thing about these athletes. He's laughing. Somebody else would be cursing and angry and disappointed.
The next is my
Not these guys.
4-year-old boys.
Not these guys at all. Happy as a lark.
We have Dimitri Freeman and Kaija Elliott.
Yes, as we support the Naomi's Preschool, that's on the 14th of March.
And our 5-year-old girls prepare their socks and shoes, as well as our 5-year-old boys.
Three athletes in this one.
And
They're
you're
looking
off.
news.
Run,
Two of
run,
them were
run,
looking
run.
news. Well, one is gone. So
Come on,
now
put on your
they're
shoes.
doing
Put
catch
on
up.
your shoes, Dimitri. Put on your shoes.
The Red House athlete waited for them. They got to be their good friends. Just decided, well, I'm going to wait for you guys. You were looking news, but I'm going to wait for you.
Let's
And
go, guys.
now,
Pay attention. Put on your
can
socks
he
and
do a
shoes
catch up and go
quickly.
past them? Getting a lot of encouragement too. This one is socks and shoes. The older you get, then it's not just about putting on shoes. You have to put on socks and shoes.
Put on your shoes quickly.
So,
Come on.
here they go. Getting a lot of encouragement. No, nobody's supposed to be touching those shoes. No touching, no touching. And one of them is
And
out of
green
the
is
blocks.
off.
Green is
Now it's
gone.
between red and green for second
Green
place.
is gone.
Let's go. Let's see who's gonna get it.
So and he
Who's
laughs
gonna
as he
get
jumps
it?
over the
Run.
rope. Mommy's happy, he knows that. Now we have
And we
Red
have
House
a red going on the track.
coming
So now
out
we have a green. Come on,
nicely
green. You can do it.
and crosses the line now. And has a fan club as well. Cheerleader, number 1. Greenhouse still seems to be struggling. Had a little issue at the starting line. Seemed as if he didn't want to run. But here
Go
he
ahead,
goes.
green.
Yes, don't forget that the
We're ready to start our race.
Now it's going to be the turn of the girls. And they're going to do socks and shoes. My goodness.
Hold
Set
on.
before go. My goodness. Ready to fly.
Hold on, Imani. I know you're ready.
Now she wants to know, what did I do wrong there? There's a double gun.
And the
Now
girls
they're
are
off.
off on the track.
And
Snip and nip.
here
Red
it goes.
green.
Let's see if the girls can do better than the boys in getting on their socks and shoes in quick order. So let's see what's happening here. 4 athletes, all of them getting instructions from close range. Head teacher Powell trying to make sure that nobody's touching. One of them has her socks on already, that's the Red House athlete. And they're trying to get the shoes on now. Well, green is gone.
And we have a green.
Green is
heading on the track
gone.
for first
Happy
place.
as a lark.
Let's see who's gonna take second.
So
Come
we
on,
have
let's
the
go
gold
quickly.
medalists. And then we have the others still struggling somewhat. 2 Red House athletes. Green now is
Come
trying to
guys,
get
you
the
can
show
do it.
on.
You can do it.
And the red is
we have a
gone.
For
So
second
we have a
place.
red. The shoes are
Let's
not
see, it's green and red. Who's gonna take
pinned
it?
up, but
We have a
no
green
problem.
followed by
The
a
green is
red.
looking back for red.
Oh
Red goes
my.
tumbling over
Oh,
in spectacular
and there you
fashion.
go.
I think she slipped. Oh, her shoe came off. So her shoe was not on properly. And she went sliding in spectacular fashion there. But I think she's okay.
Good
She
job.
has an
Everybody
entire
on this.
entourage to finish. As she cries, wee, 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 all the way home.
Finish the race. Next we have our 5-year-old.
Well, it's the turn of the boys as the V&J'S preschool meet continues. Socks and shoes it is. 4 anxious boys.
Are coming down to put on their
And
socks
these are the big
shoes.
boys at the school.
Put on your
And
socks quickly.
let's see how they can
Pay
do this
attention.
one,
Put on your
getting
socks.
some
Put on the socks.
encouragement from a
Next
distance.
one.
The parents can't touch, teachers
guys,
can't
let's go
touch as
next
much
one,
as they
quick.
want their house to get the points or their particular family member to get the points. They still have to just not touch.
Pay attention. Do what you're
You
doing.
can talk as much as you want, but don't touch. So the big boys maybe didn't practice this too well, struggling to get them on now. We might have a winner though. Oh, he turns back a little. What is this? He's not sure what he is supposed to do. And he goes home with an entourage. Chief cheerleader is here. And then we have greenhouse athletes coming down, wondering where should I stop. Definitely not Bad Hotel. And he goes over the rope. And then we have green. Here comes green. Greenhouse athletes. And he takes the bronze. And then red finally gets out of the blocks. He's really having a grin. And he shakes his head and he goes across the finish line.
Okay, so we need Head of Charles, J.B. Dimitri Freeman, Kaiser Elliott. This looks like it's going to be an exciting one.
Well, we're about to have the obstacle races. So thankful for the assistance from the members of the sports department.
Yes, I was just informed that there's still some more chicken and hot dog.
Looks as if they're going to do it as a team. So red on one side, green on the other. This could be interesting. I guess the judges will be watching closely because they have to go between the poles and they have to jump over the hurdles or knock them down, whichever one, and then run to the finish line. I guess some of the stuff that they'll mark them on is whether they went between the poles and whether they did not jump over the bars. So it will be a team thing, I believe. Red on one side, green on the other. I think the toughest part of races like these would be to get the children organized. Organization is difficult. Put them in one spot, they move, they get out. You have to get them back. One person moves, the others follow. So very difficult to deal with, but again, that's the joy of children as they're about to go. Let's see. First two athletes getting between, then they have to jump over. They know what they're doing.
And they are off.
And they're going back. Oh, I thought, oh, they're going to tag.
Let's go, come on.
Oh, so then whoever reaches to the finish line first, yes, they tag. So it's going to be really interesting.
Let's go,
Green has to do some catching up here. Green has to do some catching up and has virtually almost done it. And she passes the red now. So red didn't go between the poles on that occasion. How do you judge that? As they tag again, red and green. It's all about zigzag and then jump, nice jump, nice jump. And then they go back. Red is pausing a little bit and green has gone between those poles, red too. And so they're going to tag just now. Happy to tag too. And green has a bit of a lead here. Green, now she jumps, then she jumps. Red jumps, red jumps. Red is going to circle. And then, oh, she did it back over again. So a little bit of a hesitation. Green definitely large and in charge right now. Green leading the way. Green, that's green. Red not yet in sight. Red is struggling now. So red behind the 8 ball here. I don't know if they can catch up, but he's gone again. He's going to tag. Forget poles. Forget poles. Have to try to catch up here. And then green. Green is gone. He has a big lead here. And he's going to Bad Hotel. Oh, was that a finish? I think there's one more person to tag. One more person to tag. Oh, it was a finish line. He knows what it was about. So the green would have won.
Good job. Give the kids a
And then we have the Red House athlete. He's going to complete the course, kind of. And that's the end of a wonderful event. Well, this should be of some particular interest because it seems as if the 3-year-olds are going to have a bit of an obstacle race of their own. So it could be very interesting, their interpretation. So it's all about interpretation now. I think anything goes really once they run.
This year we had the privilege of having.
Well, I want to believe that the race has started.
Yes, don't forget that the school is still accepting sponsorship
So,
and also a donation.
or is it just a practice? Well, I can work with that. Hold on and go over.
Money is collected.
Well, he knows that he's supposed to go to the rope to finish, so practice or not.
In aid of the children of the V&J'S preschool.
Well, just look at Kadim. Now, I think Kadim is fastened. I don't think Kadim can move now. Kadim is fastened on that thing. Oh, he's getting some help. Gets over, for real. And he's brave enough to try again. Look at Kadim. He wants help. Kadim goes over, looking for help. Well, it looks as if there's only one hurdle to be dealt with. They have taken out the others. Make it a lot easier. The organization part is always the toughest, getting them organized. Kadim seems to be out. He's in his mommy's arms. No, he's getting back on track. Somehow Kadim doesn't seem to know what he wants to do today. Whether to be a spectator or to be a participant. Matter of fact, seems as if he'll be going first. They're off. No, Kadim not going first. Well, he should have gone to the other one. She goes over quickly. Being asked to run. Run, they say run. Well, here she comes. Here she comes, and she has beaten the greenhouse athlete. Well, maybe not. Close finish. Let's watch Kadim closely here. Oh, Kadim says, I'm not jumping over any hurdle. No way, sir. No, the other one get tangled up there. I'm not getting tangled up there. Kadim has gone straight to mommy. Straight to mommy, boy. And the big athlete comes down. He got tangled up a bit on the hurdle, but that's okay. And then we're going to have two more coming out of the blocks. Green and green, red and green, I would suppose. So green is on the other side. Now it's green and green. Over the hurdle, she's gone. So girls can jump better than boys. That's the thing. It would appear he was beaten badly in that one. It's another girl and boy. Boy must do better this time. Boy must do better this time. No way, Jose. It's all the girls. Boys are being beaten here today. That's abuse.
Now we're going to move on to
Well, let's see. Tread the roll for 3-year-old girls.
And we are seeing a red,
three of them
green,
gone
and
left
two
the
greens coming
little
on the
one,
track, followed by
tiniest one.
Red.
But who knows? She might tread her roll more quickly than the others. We might just see that now. We have a winner already. We have a winner. We have a clear-cut winner. Red is gone. And then the other red started to run and turn back. But green now is going to take the silver medal. And where's the red? Red
And we have a green and red.
and
Let's see
green.
who's gonna take it.
The tread has been dropped. Red is gone now. The tiny little one, she's gone.
Followed by our green.
Oh, she's holding on to that roll for dear life. Crosses the line now. And then we have green. Still having some problems with that string. Well, it seems as if the string wouldn't even go in the roll, but here's another one, another
That's
green.
our last 3-year-old girl. Next we have
She's
our
gone.
3-year-old boys.
So we're gonna have another one of those tread the rolls. These youngsters seem very anxious. Kadim is in this one. 5 of them.
3-year-old boys.
5 of them in this one. Kadim is running as well.
And
Keep
we
your
have
eyes
a
on
red
him.
leading the
He
way,
is
coming on
taking
the
a
track,
back
followed by
seat
two
for now.
greens.
We have some who have gone. One of them has stopped. Well, he seems to be wondering if he should turn back or not. Up at the top. He has done his. He's gone. He's gone.
Who's next?
So we have a clear-cut winner.
Followed by a green.
Kadim is going to try to rush down this greenhouse athlete. Let's see if we can catch him up. This one has gone to Saber. And Kadim is going to Nevis. So this he's trying to come back. He's trying to make a comeback. Can he beat Kadim? Can he beat Kadim? Can he beat? Well, I think he did. I think that foot went over the line first. Well, at least Kadim knew where he wanted to go. But we have a final wrap up to this race as we have, but he did turn back. He didn't complete it. But who cares?
3+ boys.
So we're going to get the start of another one of those tread the rolls races.
Okay, so we have our 3 years plus boys.
So 3 years plus boys. And they'll be on their way shortly. They're off.
And the boys are off.
Well, let's see who's going to come back here first. Red
Let's see who's going to take it.
and 2 green. And so Red looks as if he knows what he's about. I think Red is good. Red is good to go, but he doesn't even know it. He knows now. So Red to loud cheers.
Followed by a green.
Takes the gold medal. Green comes smiling home to take the silver, and then the other green having a bit of a struggle. Maybe the roll doesn't have holes in it. No space to put the tread through. So he's trying to work out some maths here. It's all about science now. And it becomes a little bit more complex. So here he comes, the loud cheers.
Now we have our 4-year-old boy.
Nice school conditions here now at the ETW. As they're having another race, another tread the roll. Off and running in cool conditions. It was extremely hot a while ago, so this is refreshing.
We have 2 greens that are ready to race.
And they have 3 athletes in this one. Red seems to be good. Red seems to be good again, but the green is coming out of the blocks as well. This is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. Red.
And we have red, green.
And then green.
Good job.
Make sure that they were okay, and then he
Our
came
5-year-old
home.
girls are up next. Ariel Chapman, Imani Action.
So it's going to be another
Irving Bramble Comprise.
race on here. These, I think, are the 5-year-old girls.
And the girls
Now,
are
they
off.
should
We have
be
2 greens and a
knowledgeable
red.
about
And
this
2
thing.
reds.
So
Let's
this
see
should
who's
be a
gonna
quick
take this
one.
race.
I think we'll have a quick return. I suspected that. One of them dropped the roll and goes sliding down. I think that's the second time she has fallen. And 2 greenhouse athletes
So we have a green,
come first and second. So I think that's the second time I've seen her fall. Maybe her track shoes, something is wrong with those track shoes. So I think she's been allowed to complete the race. Maybe might have a change of track shoes for the next race. So just about to get going now. She has the privilege of finishing the race. I think she's crying, but it's understandable because she fell. Must have gotten a bit of a hard fall. But now she's finishing the race. Imani it is. So these are the big boys. They're gone.
and the off.
One has gone down, but he's going to get back on his feet and go.
Good job.
Doesn't mean that he has to come last. Well, with that kind of speed, I guess so. And with that kind of, no, he doesn't have, well, all 3 have gone left him.
And we have, who's going to come first? now?
Red takes it,
Red,
green
a
then green.
and a green.
And he's going to complete the race. Well, he's happy. That's one thing, he's happy. And might just turn back now. No, he crosses the line. Well, we're going to have a past students race. So we have students who would have passed through V&J'S preschool. We have some 6 of them, 2 boys, 3 boys, and 3 girls. And it looks as if we have more coming. So it could be a full house, maybe all lanes packed for this one. So let's see how the cookie crumbles here. Yes, we have now a lot more. We have 4, 8 for now. Well, getting rid of the weight, getting rid of every weight, so they could run without the weight. So this could be pretty interesting. Past students race, and then they're trying to get a parents race right after this, and they'll climax with the relay race for the athletes of the school. So it has been a pretty interesting afternoon, and we stand by now for the start of this one.
On your marks, set, go.
They're off. Who's going to take this one? Somebody's on the track. She's in trouble. She's in a lot of trouble. Oh, they ran away from her.
There you go. Thanks to all of the past.
Well, it seems as if they're having some difficulty getting parents to line up. So parents prefer to watch their children but don't want their children to watch them run. So I guess that's the way it's going to be. So I guess they'll have to get to the final race.
Fathers came out.
Now we're going to have a women's race. The fathers apparently decided that they were not going to go. And so the women have decided to show them up. So we're going to have a women's race, a mother's race. Oh, some of them taking this thing serious too. Serious, I'm telling you. Serious, serious, serious. And the champion normally waits till the others are in the ring and then they march out to show who is the boss. Here they go.
Hold on, the patron coming.
So, quite a number of parents in this one. The women have shown up in their numbers. I think the men
and they're looking
should
very
feel
good.
badly about this. No, I had to get out of the way because my mind tells me that
Okay,
all of
parents,
these
mothers,
Sharika Jacksons are going to be flying down here.
You're going all the way over.
But I understand that they'll be going towards the wall. Well, they might just change their mind. They might just change their mind if they see the distance they have to go.
On your mark, get set.
False start,
Hold it,
double
hold it.
gun. Double gun here. I think they're still trying to work out where the finish line is.
On your mark, get set, go.
They're off
Run,
and
go,
running.
go, go.
Who is winning this one? Who is
There
winning
you
this
go,
one?
there
Who
you
is
go,
winning this
there you
one?
go, there you go.
Well, 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 well. Well, 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 what a race. What a race. Seems as if somebody didn't get out the blocks.
Congratulations, Amicia.
Well, they certainly created a buzz. I think she's tired. Mr. Isaac has reached back in time to do the grandfather's race. They're calling for fathers, but if the fathers are not in, then the grandfathers could take their place. We're gonna have the final event of the afternoon, a series of relay races. Of course, they would have practiced passing the baton, and so they should be getting underway shortly. So, baton passes are critical. We have the first baton pass. Let's see what happens here. And now, Pastor. Yes, she's waiting for it. But the greenhouse is gone. So that was a quick relay race. Done and dusted. Done and dusted. Well, they're going to have another one of the relay races featuring boys. Let's see how this one peters out. They're off and passing. So let's see if the batons will be passed off nicely. They are. Now we have a race on here. It could be a close one for finish. It could be a close one. Red still has a chance, but Green says no. And he's going to pass off again. She says, no, I don't want your baton. He says, no, you have to take it. You better take it, otherwise I'm going to beat you. And she does. Very obedient indeed. So we are going to have another relay. They're off and running. And let's see how this one works. We have a green and red. Red looking at green. Green says, I'm gone. And passes off the baton at the end.